You've been making the same dua for months, maybe years. You raise your hands every single time. You say the right words. You try to cry. Sometimes the tears come. Sometimes they don't. And every time you finish, you wait for something to shift. Something to feel different. Something to feel heard. But nothing comes. And then, quietly, in a part of your mind you don't like to visit, a thought appears. Maybe my duas just don't work. If you've ever had that thought, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes. Because the reason your dua feels like it's going nowhere has nothing to do with how worthy you are. Nothing to do with how sinful you think you are. And nothing to do with Allah not listening. It has everything to do with the state of something the Quran mentions 137 times. The Qalb. Before anything else, I want to say something that most people never say when they talk about this topic. Your dua feeling empty is not a punishment. It is not a sign that you are being ignored. It is not evidence that you are too far gone. The Prophet Muhammad, the most beloved human being to ever walk this earth, made a specific dua asking Allah to protect him from a heart that is not humble. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min qalbin la yaksha. O Allah, I seek your refuge from a heart that does not humble itself. Sunan an-Nasa'i. Think about that. The Prophet too, whose heart was the purest in all of human history, still asked for protection from this state. Which means this is not a personal failure. This is a condition of the human heart that every single Muslim in every single generation has had to face. And today, psychology can explain exactly what is happening and exactly how to move through it. This is Ahmed. Ahmed is a good Muslim. He prays. He fasts. He gives sadaqah. But for the last 8 months, every time he sits down to make dua, it feels like he's talking to a wall. The words come out, but they feel hollow, like reciting a shopping list. Here's what's happening inside Ahmed's mind. Psychologists have a term for what Ahmed is experiencing. They call it cognitive dissociation during supplication, which is a complicated way of saying Ahmed's mouth is making dua, but Ahmed's heart is somewhere else entirely. His words are in the room, but his attention is scattered across everything that happened today, everything that might happen tomorrow, and the quiet background noise of a mind that never really stops. The Prophet too described this exact state 1400 years ago. Allah does not accept the dua from a heart that is heedless and inattentive. Termidi. The Arabic word used here is Ghaafil, which doesn't mean evil. It doesn't mean sinful. It doesn't even mean distracted. Ghaafil means absent. A heart that is physically in the room but psychologically somewhere else entirely. And here's the part that most people don't understand. Ahmed isn't choosing this. His heart isn't absent because he doesn't care. His heart is absent because it has been trained by months of stress, overstimulation, and mental noise to never fully arrive anywhere. Neuroscience calls this attentional fragmentation, a state where the modern brain, overwhelmed by notifications, deadlines, and chronic anxiety, loses its ability to be fully present even in the moments that matter most. And when presence is gone, Qalb cannot open. And when the Qalb cannot open, the dua cannot reach. Not because Allah isn't listening, but because the heart, the very organ of connection, has forgotten how to knock. Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyyah, the 14th century Islamic scholar, wrote an entire book about the heart. He called it Ayhath al-Lafan, the relief of the yearning heart. In it he described 4 stages the heart passes through. Stage 1, al-Qalb al-Hayy, living heart, fully present, fully open. Dua flows freely. Stage 2, al-Qalb al-Marid, the sick heart, present sometimes, absent sometimes. Dua feels inconsistent, sometimes real, sometimes hollow. Stage 3, al-Qalb al-Ghaafil, the heedless heart, still making the motions, but the inside has gone quiet. This is where most of us are. Stage 4, al-Qalb al-Mayyit, the dead heart. Allah, protect us. May none of us reach this. Ibn al-Qayyim wrote this in the 1300s. Modern psychology discovered the same 4 stages, calling them presence, partial dissociation, full dissociation, and emotional numbness. Only in the last 30 years, Islam knew. And here is the most important thing Ibn al-Qayyim said about the Ghaafil heart, the heedless heart, the heart that most of us carry into our du'as right now. The heart is not sick because of sin alone. It is sick because of absence. Return it to presence, and the door of dua will open again. The problem was never your worthiness. The problem was never your sin. The problem was presence. And presence, unlike worthiness, is something you can actually do something about. So why has the modern Muslim heart become so fragmented? 3 reasons, and all 3 are about the world we live in, not the faith we carry. Reason 1, chronic overstimulation. The average person touches their phone 2,617 times a day. The brain's attention system was not designed for this. It fragments. It scatters. And when you then sit down to make dua, your attention has no idea how to gather itself. Reason 2, dua without transition. Most of us go from our phone directly to the prayer mat, from a WhatsApp argument directly to dua diet, from scrolling news directly to raising our hands. There is no transition, no preparation, no gathering of the qalb. The heart arrives at dua still wearing the noise of everything else. Reason 3, the habit of absent dua. Over time, when we make dua while absent, the brain learns. Dua equals routine, motion. It stops expecting presence. It stops preparing for connection. The absence becomes the default. This is not weakness. This is conditioning. And conditioning, unlike character, can be changed. 3 things you can start doing before your very next dua. Step 1. The 60-second transition. Before you raise your hands, sit in silence for 60 seconds. No phone. No movement. Just breathe and say 1 sentence internally. Ya Allah, I am here. I want to be here. Help my heart arrive. This single practice, neurologically begins to shift your brain from scattered mode to present mode. Psychologists call this attentional priming. The Prophet too called it preparing the qalb. Same thing. Different language. Step 2. Speak before you ask. Before making any request, spend 30 seconds simply acknowledging Allah. Not asking for anything. Just, you are here. I know you are here. This activates the brain's social presence network, the same region that fires when you are having a real conversation with someone you deeply trust. Your qalb shifts from performing a ritual to entering a relationship. Step 3. Name the barrier out loud. If your heart feels absent, say so. Literally say, Ya Allah, my heart is not fully here right now. I don't know why, but I am here anyway. Please bring my heart to you. Ibn al-Qayyim said, The honest dua of a struggling heart is more beloved to Allah than the polished dua of a comfortable one. Your absence is not disqualifying. Naming it honestly is itself a form of presence. Let's go back to that feeling, that thought that sometimes appears. Maybe my duas just don't work. Now you know what that thought really means. It doesn't mean your duas are rejected. It means your Qalb, your extraordinary, transforming, is asking to be gathered, to be called back from the noise, to be brought into the room where it was always meant to be. The Prophet made a dua for a heart that could arrive. You can make that same dua right now, before the next one, before the words begin. Ya Allah, bring my Qalb to you. Your dua was never broken, only your presence was missing. And now, you know how to return. If this video reached something inside you, next week we are going to go even deeper. We will talk about why Muslims feel spiritually empty after Ramadan, the highest month of the year, and why that emptiness is not what you think it is. Until then, make one dua today. Just one. But this time, arrive first.